Hello, this is Laura Mills, aka the Mana Squirrel, and welcome to the channel. I want to talk about something that I think is irritating a lot of Magic players lately, and that's the FOMO and selling out. I mean, with the rise of pack and ship whatnot streams, secret lairs selling out in 30 minutes, even codex bundles like this one gone in minutes from the local game stores if they were lucky to get one. I think we've hit a tipping point where I think there are more people trying to make money off Magic than are actually playing Magic. In several sets over the last few years, including the Universe Secrets of Strixhaven, have been the highest selling Magic sets ever. Is this really mostly new players, or a lot of people just trying to make a fast buck? So personally, if you play Magic, I think it's time to actually stop buying Magic so we can get out of this FOMO excess. Now, I don't mean stop drafting or playing in pre-releases or picking up a pack or two to rip for the fun of it. I'm talking about not buying premium products or being very selective about which ones to buy, or even waiting to purchase your singles for a deck you are itching to build. Let's talk about this Codex bundle, for example. I wasn't going to buy it. I really didn't care about it. Figured it was just another bundle with a couple of premium cards in it that were, their non-premium versions were just not that expensive. I mean, they're talismans. But I got caught up in the FOMO after listening to the professor on his Tellurian Community College video indicate he couldn't get it. So what did I do? I immediately jumped on Amazon to check out his story to see if it was true. Found out they were available and immediately bought two. Honestly, that was stupid. I mean, even if I could turn around and sell this for 135 bucks on TCG Player right now, it wouldn't be worth the hassle for what would end up being $20 after all the fees and shipping. Since I have a codex here to open, I'm going to go ask myself and ask you, I mean, do you really need this? If you look at this, what comes in it, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular Strixhaven booster packs. Do I really need no more booster packs? Well, not if I'm drafting and playing limited, I don't. I come up with plenty of those. There are 2 collector booster packs here, but you have to ask yourself, do you really need $30 collector booster packs in the hope of getting a good card? Probably not, and I don't. There are times when I do want to buy collector booster packs, but that's usually a special occasion like my birthday, and then I will buy like a whole box, so I know I can get something new out of that. And then we have this die here, which is actually really cool. If you look at it, it is really pretty die, but you know what's going to happen to this die? Yes, it's going to go into my pile with my several other dice from various pre-releases. And then we have this box. This is actually a pretty nice box here. It's well made. It's got a little card that looks like you're checking out a library book. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to do with this once you've opened it? I mean, I've decided that I'm going to put my Forgetful Fish proxied because I didn't get the Secret Lair in here. And I'm going to use this box because this will fit nicely on my shelf. But do you know what you're going to do with your box? I have 2 of these boxes, so I know what I'm doing with this one, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. So do I need this box? And it might just go the way of all those other bundles you see where, you know, you can get those little box bundles that have the, you know, that have the tops like this. These are just, they're giving them away at events. I wouldn't be surprised if that box gets given away after a while, or you can get it very, very cheap at some point in time. So, of course, you know, they do have lands in here that are supposed to be special lands. And they're nice and foil. But, I mean, how many lands do we really need? And how easy is it to get foil lands? So that's not what people are looking for. Of course, everybody wants these chase cards. So let's talk about this. This is 90 bucks to really get these chase cards. And as you can see, I got a Talisman of Curiosity. They're very pretty, by the way. And the Talisman of Creativity. These are both very pretty. But let's think about that. No, I just want to say I'm not against alternative art cards at all. I think they're fun to have, and I use them a lot myself. I mean, I bought the special scaled Scorch. I traded for this. This is a fancy raised foil one because I just thought he was cute. Heck, in my Ronnie deck, they have these tokens for the enchantments that Ronnie makes, and I've got mine all in Surge Foil because I like Surge Foil. Even my dinosaur deck I try to make everything alternate art dinosaurs and the Jurassic Park lands because that's fun for me. So I'm definitely not against personalizing your decks or doing alternate art or anything like that. But the question you have to ask are, these special alternate art cards, are they going to do anything for you? Are you going to use them? Do you have a place to admire them? Maybe you want to get them signed? Or are you just going to let them sit in a trade binder and not play with them? These I'm probably not going to play with because they don't fit any of the decks right now that I'm looking at. In fact, I'm probably just going to trade them to someone who wants them. So if you really think about it, are you going to play with these? Are you going to use them? If so, you know what? They're on the market. Talisman of Curiosity right now is only about $5, and Talisman of Creativity is about $15. Wait a couple weeks. When more of these boxes get opened, these will probably go down if you really want them. But if you don't, again, why do we buy this box, this special box, when we're not even going to use what's in it? So let's talk about the most recent premium product that got stuck in everyone's car. You know what I'm talking about, the Goblin Secret Lair that sold out in like 30 minutes. So you're probably one of the 90% of people who didn't get that Secret Lair deck. But you have to ask yourself, did you really need that Secret Lair deck? Now for me, I ended up doing the FOMO and I got in line because it's 11 o'clock where I am. I'm sitting at work. It's easy enough for me to do. But the only reason I kind of did it is I looked at it. The art wasn't quite what I wanted. It's just not my style. I have most of the cards. The deck wasn't that exciting to me, but the value was there. So I figured, why not? But really, I didn't need this. I did not need this, but I was still in line. I could have easily built that deck if I really wanted it with most of my own cards and get a few missing ones. Now, if you were one of those people who were in line, why were you in line? Did you really need this? And now I'm not talking about the people who are like, this is going to sell it right away and I can flip it for $400. I am going to just get it because I need to get it before it goes out. So if you didn't really need it, it didn't fit your style, don't buy it. Don't go into the FOMO. Be picky. Wait. One of those things you thought you really needed might not matter, or it might not stay at a high price, or you just miss it or can't afford it. Doesn't matter. You're going to live. You just don't need it. So I'm going to practice what I preach for the next premium product, which is the Cat Secret Lair Super Drop. Now, I love cats. They're one of my favorite animals. Like, you may have been seeing cats in the background, and I've got my kitties on my sleeves. And not only that, but it's Garfield. I've loved Garfield since I've been growing up. This is my little stuffed animal from when I was little, Garfield. As far as the value of these Cat Secret Lairs go, all of them have a reasonable value except for the Garfield as intended super drop. So in this case, the focus really is not on value as so much as on, are these worth it for me to deal with the FOMO? So in the motivationally challenged Secret Lair, the Rin series is the most exciting card, but I already have 2 Rin series from previous Secret Lairs that I really like. So for me, I'm not sure what I'd do with another one, even if it is Garfield. Now the as intended Secret Lair is not only worthless value-wise, slapping a comic on a card with minimal aesthetic, well, it's just lazy. I can pass on this one. Maybe I'll pick up the Dark Ritual one for a couple of dollars down the road, just because that one is very Garfield and feels like it really belongs in a deck. But not at this $30 FOMO. And then our only thought is to entertain you, Secret Lair. This is just not my art jam-wise, even if it is Garfield, so I don't need that one. Now the Per Majesty Secret Lair, this one is cute. I do play Court of Grace and Ruinous Ultimatum. And I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a Reverent Mantra. So, okay, I might be tempted to get this one. Now, the art on which is familiar, the next Secret Lair is gorgeous in my opinion. But honestly, there are not enough cats in this art. I like the Bosiju Who Shelters All card, but I'm not really itching to get it for any of my decks, you know, especially since the new one I'm brewing, which uses Cascade. Well, I just need to cast a card. It doesn't matter if it gets countered. So if I look at all this, no, I don't really need the motivationally challenged. The ads attended is lazy. Their only thought isn't my jam. Her Majesty's cute, which is familiar. Not enough cats. So final verdict? I think I'm going to say no to getting these the cat super drop secret lair. That's, I would say, I think you should all say no a little more often. Let the scalpers be holding the bag this time. Maybe then we can get back to being able to get the things we want. Until then, stay out of the FOMO and we'll see you later.